now Dog Nation with former UGA cornerback Trey Battles. First, Trey, I have to know, how are your bowling skills? On a scale of 1 to 10, where would you put yourself?
Currently, I will put myself at about a 6.
Okay.
About a 6.
Have you had the opportunity to get out there yet and show your skills?
I did. Interestingly enough, I got here a little early, and I was helping Coach Rick and Miss Catherine get some things together. And these guys started whirling in with these bowling bags, and I'm like, I'm not prepared for this. So I went over to the GM. I said, "Is the shop going to be open?" He said, "No." I said, "Now get them here." So he got here, unlocked it. I bought a ball. I got to look the part. I'm a DB. Look good, play good. So I bought a ball. It's not really working just yet, but I'll get it.
Hey, look, once it gets warmed up, there's no telling. The opportunities are endless. You mentioned Coach Rick. We love doing this event in his honor. Talk about what Coach Rick means to you.
And Coach Richt, I would consider him a lifeline. A lot of people know my story and where I was when I was in the darkest spot of my life. And the guy who was there was Coach Richt. He was really there to love on me, care for me, support me. And, man, it's night and day from where I was to where I am now because he was there at the right time.
And I love that. I know you're very open with sharing your story. I know you do it for lots of people. So just talk about the journey from being in that spot to now being an inspiration to others as you continue to share your story.
Right. So I think what best describes that time in my life is a place of isolation. And so being able to have people in my life like Coach Richt really speaks into the importance of community. And that's really the message that I spread now. We don't have to do this thing called life alone. We were never created to do it alone. So go out and make those connections, form those relationships, make those bonds. And you never know, it may not be the right words, but just your presence, just being present for someone, it can mean the world to them.
That's very inspirational. And like you, a former dog, we've got tons of former dogs out there tonight. Was there anybody that you were particularly excited to see coming into tonight?
Anyone I was particularly excited to see? Well, I will say one of the most competitive people I know is David Pollock. And he told me he was going to be here. And when I got here, Coach told me that we were on the same team. I was like, okay, I have someone who shares in my fire, who shares in my energy. So game one is not going as planned, but we're going to pick it up. We're too competitive not to compete.
And one of your big claims to fame, you had 3 interceptions against Auburn. Do you still remember what that moment feels like?
It felt great. It's interesting because I told Coach Rick earlier today, I said, "Coach, I won a lot of rings with you. I've never won a belt." And so if I win this belt, I think it would be somewhere in that atmosphere of 3 picks in one game. So I want a belt.
Now, looking back on your time at Georgia, it doesn't even have to be football, but just life in general. What's the favorite memory of yours that comes to mind?
My favorite memory that comes to mind when I think of Georgia would be graduating. Yeah, so many players, not just at Georgia, just across the country in general, play this sport, and it awards us this great opportunity to get an education. And some of us are able to go off and play, some of us aren't. But I don't know the percentages, but I'm pretty sure not close to 50, I would assume, actually receive the degree or earn that degree. So graduating.
I think that's a very respectable answer. My last question for you, this one's for all the marbles. Somebody tonight is going to be bringing home that fancy 2-time back-to-back national championship bowling ball for the individual highest score. If you could put your money down on anybody to come out with that ball tonight, who would it be?
So it's this guy over in lane maybe 8 or 9. So all the current players came in with jerseys on, their names on the back, right? If you have a guy bowling in the lane that's not a player with his name on his shirt, that guy's pretty serious. And I've been joking because I'm playing with Bullard, and I said, "Listen, man, if you go to sleep having ESPN on TV and like you wake up at like 3, 4 in the morning and bowling is on, I guarantee you would see that guy." So I'm pretty sure he's been on ESPN sometime. So I'm thinking he's going to go home with the ball today.
Well, thank you, Trace. It's been such a pleasure talking to you.
Thank you.
Here comes Trey Battle, former Georgia defensive back. Obviously a hero in the past. Trey Battle.
Yeah.
Where did you learn how to bowl like that?
In my backyard. I was just joking.
The spin and everything.
Yeah, so this is a true story. This is what happened. I got here a little early. I was helping Coach set up. and I saw these guys start coming in with rolling bags, and I'm like, I wasn't prepared. So I went over to the GM and said, hey, is the shop going to be open today? He said, yeah, the shop is going to be open. I said, get here now. He got here, I bought a ball. I had to look the part.
Hey, it's just like Jordan-Hare Stadium in 2006, right?
Absolutely.
Pick 6 to win the game.
The game ball. So I got the game ball.
Trey Battle came to play, and you love to see that.
I'm coming for the belt. I told Coach Richt, I got a lot of rings with you, but I don't have a single belt.
There you go. Best of luck. Trey Battle there. Rennie Curran here. Rennie Curran sneaks in here tonight. Rennie, how are you, my friend? Good to see you.
Doing great.
Well, first of all, we're going to get you a chance to see you on Saturday there as well. We're also watching Coach Richt, Coach Mark together. But having you be here tonight in support of Coach Richt and all these dogs, how you been and how's it going here this evening?
Man, I've been doing great. Just staying busy speaking, coaching, consulting, all that good stuff under my nonprofit Game Changers Foundation. But as far as being here, it feels like I'm in a time machine right now.
Right, a lot of great faces, a lot of blasts in the past, right?
Oh, yeah, a lot of former teammates. I just ran into my 8th grade coach. People I haven't seen in years, and that's a special thing about being here.
And then on Saturday, we get a chance to see you again. You're going to the Georgia High School Football Hall of Fame. That's an event I'm lucky enough to be a part of. And we talked to Kirby Smart about this a little earlier. More than 22, something like that, former Dogs going in. How much fun is that for you to have that Brookwood career remembered?
Oh, it's amazing, man. And, always love talking about my teammates, all the coaches, all the people that poured into me during that time, man. So to be able to go back and celebrate a moment like that, it's going to be really, really special. And then, of course, being a part of the Bulldog Nation, that just puts the icing on the cake, man.
Of course, we've had a chance to talk to you on DawgNation Daily many times. We know how proud you are of this current Georgia team. How much fun, I know for me it's one of the most fun parts of the night, but how much fun is it for you when you see the blending of the eras, the current players, the former players laughing, high-fiving together, competing alongside each other? What's that like to watch that play out?
It's special, man. Like, it really is a brotherhood. And, when I see Kendall Milton and Bullard, all these guys, and I'm about to go talk to my LBs really quickly, it just reminds you of how special this place is and that you're a part of it, when you're able to come back like this and reconnect with them and everything.
Well, speaking of being a linebacker, you look like you'd still play, Rennie.
I got a couple series in me. I told Kirby, hey, just give me the pads and I can go.
I have no doubt about that whatsoever. Rennie Curran, thanks for being here. Great stuff.
Kaylee Mansell with DawgNation here with a guy who is no stranger to the DawgNation family, former offensive tackle John Stinchcomb. You are our special Monday guest on DawgNation Daily. Talk about what it's like to go on the show every Monday. Do you know what BA is going to ask you, or are you just free balling?
Well, it just depends. It depends on the week. Sometimes he'll send me the questions ahead of time, and sometimes he wants me to think on my feet, I guess. But it's always fun to talk about Georgia football, and as much as they've been winning, it's a great time to be a Dog fan and talk sports on a Monday morning.
I truly feel honored because I get to see you twice this week, once here tonight and at the High School Football Hall of Fame on Saturday. So glad you're being inducted. What was it like when you got the call and found out that you were going to receive that award?
Yeah, it's a huge honor. I mean, Georgia is known for high school football across the country, and to be recognized with this special class and the second class for the Hall of Fame, it's humbling, and I look forward to the festivities, and it's just great to be able to carry that torch of great competitors over the years.
A lot of former Dogs out here tonight, yourself included. Was there anybody that you were excited to see heading into tonight?
Well, our team is pretty loaded, right? So it's Russ Tanner and David Jacobs and Jarvis Jones and our current players, Bo Hewley. So got some great guys. I don't know about great bowlers, but we're having a lot of fun.
Sometimes the two don't always translate over to
No, it certainly didn't. But it's for a great cause with great people having a great time. So it's a win all the way around.
And I want you to think back on your time at UGA. It doesn't have to be football. It can be your time in college in general. When you look back, what's a memory that comes to mind, stands out? What's your favorite memory looking back on it all?
There's so many great memories. Obviously, the Hobnail Boot game in Tennessee is up there. The way the SEC championship game where we beat the brakes off Arkansas, head to the Sugar Bowl and win against Florida State. That series was obviously a fun one. And then going to Auburn and winning that game, happened to score a touchdown in it, and then Michael Johnson in the corner of the end zone. It's just a series of great memories, and I'm grateful for all my years here.
Well, based on the scores that I saw on the screen, it looks like your team's going to need you soon, so I'm going to let you head out. It was a pleasure.
Thanks so much.
Thank you.
Gibbs here, the great former Georgia Bulldog, and we talked to him before you joined us. Your son also putting together a great football career as a freshman right now at Blessed Trinity. How much fun is that to get a chance to now watch him, and what may be the kind of recruit that one day we're talking about at a place like Georgia?
Yeah, it's pretty cool watching them. Most of the time, they're nervous. You just want to make sure they be perfect, but You know, sometimes you ain't always perfect, but he doing good and he having fun.
Well, how's your bowling going tonight?
I'm not having fun. I'm not doing good.
Well, listen, we're glad to have you out here, David. You're really good. Obviously, Georgia fans have a lot of great memories of you. Coach Richt talks about the great moment senior day back in 2002 when you walked out there, the inspiring moment that was. And we obviously have a lot of great memories of your time at Georgia and the courageous way you fought through some very challenging circumstances. So I want you to know that the Dog Nation still has, you know, very, very good memories of you and the courageous way you fought through some incredibly tough times.
Thank you so much, and I appreciate all the support, because if I didn't have that support, I probably wouldn't be here.
Well, listen, we appreciate that, David Jacobs. Good to talk to you, and keep your eye out for David Jacobs Jr. Very, very soon, class of 2027, I guess that would be. Keep your eye on him in the very near future. David, appreciate your time.